My girlfriend hid things from me and now it's over. For wanting to break up with my girlfriend after she turned off her location, got injured and didn't tell me. I, 25M, didn't hear anything from my girlfriend, 22F, all day yesterday, even though we planned for her to come over in the evening. When she didn't show up, I started to worry. We share our Find My location for safety, especially since she often takes public transport alone late at night. I noticed her location was turned off, which was unusual and only added to my concern. Since I hadn't heard from her, I reached out to mutual friends to see if they'd seen her. One friend mentioned they saw her at her hobby activity in the evening, where she was with her mother and some guy. The friend didn't mention anything unusual, certainly not an injury, so I assumed she was fine. However, I was still puzzled as to why she hadn't contacted me or shown up. I tried calling her parents, who were annoyed I'd woken them up and didn't give me any useful information except for, "She's asleep here at home, now good night." This morning, after a sleepless night, her mother finally got back to me and said my girlfriend had injured her leg at work, possibly a broken leg, and that she was on strong medication, which is why she was asleep. Apparently, a co-worker had taken her to the ER after the accident, but none of this made sense to me. If her leg was that badly injured, how was she able to go to her hobby as my friends saw yesterday? Plus, it was the same co-worker she mentioned before, the one who picked her up from my place for work without me knowing. That was strange because I've always told her she can ask me for a ride, and I'm flexible in the mornings. This happened like 4 days ago, the co-worker pickup, not the accident which happened yesterday. With her location still turned off and no communication from her, I feel like I'm the last to know anything. I'm seriously considering breaking up with her as soon as she reaches out. If I were in an accident, my first request would be to let her know, and I'd expect the same in return. ITA for feeling hurt by her lack of communication and the fact that she prioritized telling everyone but me. Edit. She still has our pictures on her socials, and our anniversary is in her WhatsApp status, which is common where we live. Edit. Clarification on the time frame. Big update. First, thank you all for the advice. I went to her place with a present and some chocolate. No one answered the door, so I called the friend who'd mentioned seeing her at the hobby activity. She told me, "Hey, we're at the stables and your GF is here with that guy. Make it quick, they're coming back and I can't talk." I told the friend to pass on a message, tell my GF to leave me alone and to stay away. The friend later texted me, saying my GF was mad because I woke her parents up and contacted her friend. She was jealous, as the friend is attractive. Initially, I planned to go home, but I changed my mind and decided to show up at the stables. I figured if they didn't want me there, they could ask me to leave. I'm not aggressive or loud. When I arrived, I saw the guy, the friend, my ex, yes, I'm calling her that now, her mom and others. I approached her and calmly said, "I was worried to death. What happened?" No reply. I repeated, "I was worried to death. What happened?" Still no reply. Eventually, she admitted she didn't know how to tell me, but she was unhappy in our relationship. She listed minor issues that could have been worked out, and I reminded her that I was always open to discussing things and making improvements. As I explained how worried I was, I could see the realization on her face, that I wasn't controlling her, I was genuinely concerned. She looked sadder as she realized she'd lost someone who cared for her. Then she tried to push for me to apologize, saying, "I don't know if things will ever be the same." I just replied, "What did you expect after all this?" Then she explained that her injury was minor and she wasn't on strong medication. She was blackout drunk because she couldn't take it anymore. When I asked what she couldn't take, she said she was just sad but couldn't give a clear reason. Regarding the location being turned off, she first said her phone died, but after I called her out, she admitted she'd turned it off. She didn't admit to cheating, but her phone's last known location was in the guy's hometown, and she couldn't explain it. She stuttered and denied everything, so I politely told her to take her stuff and leave within the week because I was done. Throughout the conversation, I remained calm. The guy looked terrified of me. I'm a 6 feet 7 inches muscular guy, but I'm soft-hearted and cared about her despite her betrayal. His reaction confirmed everything I suspected. She claimed she asked him for advice, and he told her to follow her heart. During the conversation, she still hoped to keep her options with me open, but I wasn't having it. I didn't expect this post to blow up, but I hope my story can help others avoid such a situation. For the record, I'm actually 23 but very mature. I run a successful company, make decent money, and take care of myself. She's 20, in training, has no car, no license, and owns 3 horses she can't afford. She's in debt for unpaid horse bills. Despite all this, I wanted to support her, but this is what I get for that.